This movie, man, it's got that Martin Scorsese vibe because remember he was supposed to direct. They
look
talked,
at Mean Streets.
They looked at Mean Streets, King of Comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think you said it earlier that New York looks so gritty and it was it looked like an old Scorsese film to where, and Rocha said this in our reaction to it, is that it looks like New York is part. It's a character inside of the movie, but it was an origin story. It's an origin story of the Joker, and it just really chronicles what we've always known, that he is the exact opposite of what Batman is, right? And you see how he got there in this trailer. You don't give away too much, but you show like how he was abused, not abused, but he was taking care of his mother, but then he was beaten up by these people. And the first time you see him get hit, he's like in pain in the alley. And the next time you see him get hit, he's cracking up and he's laughing. It's like you see like just the psychosis, just kind of the craziness happening in the transformation in the trailer. I loved this trailer. What did you think about it, Rox?
Oh, it was so good.
So awesome.
It was so good. It shows what an extremist he is.
Yeah.
And just like taking regular advice to the next level.
Right.
Like, find a way to be happy or make a joke out of it or take this lightly and just it was really cool to watch. It was really cool. He looks like he's going to be...
This is tailor-made for him.
Yeah.
It's such a great
he looks
role
like
for
he's
him.
going to be one of the best.
Because he's kind of a crazy dude himself, right? I love.
Is that true?
Yeah. He
was eccentric.
Yeah, eccentric. He's an artist. He's a character. He's a method guy.
Did you see him in that movie? This
Greenberg?
past year? No. I think that Cody or Cobster loved it.
Which one?
Yeah. You were never really.
You were never really here.
here. Did you guys see that?
I haven't seen it yet.
It was not for me, but he was
so
like
good.
Kind of like the Joker in it almost.
Have you ever seen a movie with him that is even bad that you walked out going, he was terrible in that?
No, never.
He gives it his all in every single movie that he's in. I mean, from Parenthood. I mean, he was in Parenthood when he was Leaf. And he's just so good. And this was when he was cast in this role. You're going to take it to a Joker style level because what we saw with Heath Ledger was what everybody holds as the gold standard. Now listen, 1989 Batman is my favorite Batman and whatever. But that performance as the Joker is the defining performance, I think, in the franchise of all Batmans all time. Is like that's the performance, whatever. What we just saw from Joaquin Phoenix just in this trailer is like Joker seems like he's just a very nice human being that's been just put to this thing, but then something switches off in a psychosis. Like a really nice. I think even when he's taking care of his mother, he like dumps the water in her face. Yeah, it's playful, but it's still like.
No, I think it's exactly what you're saying. This is playing with the message of nature versus nurture, and part of the fact is that he was born this way.
He was born this way, right?
And had other things like gone different ways, or had he been told different things, or whatever, who knows? But this is both nature and nurture.
Right. You see him. I mean, he just. It seems like a couple of roles that or a couple of things that he's used for other roles. For The Master is another one, right? Like, because that scene, we've shown it, we've talked about it on the show, when he's throwing when he's taking pictures of that guy and then just losing the snaps on the guy and he gets into the fight in the middle of the department store. I feel you're going to see a lot of that type of stuff in this movie. It is going to. I think that because it comes out in October, there's a chance that you can, depending on what the performance is like, there's a chance for awards possibilities. The other thing is that I think
what awards?
Maybe Best Actor, but here's how I'm going to spin this also too. Is I think that I think Todd Phillips is also someone that you should be talking about a lot after seeing this trailer, because Todd Phillips is primarily known for comedies and The Hangover and things of that nature, and he did War Dogs, which was a shift, still a lot of comedic elements. But this, I think, will do for him what The Big Short did for Adam McKay and what Vice did for Adam McKay.
Good call.
This will shift people's perception on Todd Phillips because it looks like someone else directed it, and that's a good thing because it'll change the perception of what he's able to do.
Do you think he might get nominated?
Depends on the film. If the trailer lives up to what the movie is, then he damn well should.
And I think the movie, too.
You think it's possible the movie will get nominated for screenplay or for Best Picture?
I think Best Picture, I think we could, dependent on, everybody says Taxi Driver. Everybody has been comparing this, even the filmmaker. So if we get a gritty, very emotional kind of deep dive on this character and it really hits with critics and audiences, I think it could be.
So if you guys had to say yes or no, across the board if this movie gets nominated for anything at the Oscars.
Best actor.
Best actor.
No, but I'm not saying which one. I'm saying yes or no. Does it get nominated for something
For
in some
something?
category?
It's hard to say without seeing the movie, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Right now,
That's,
but
that's,
if
the
we're
point
just
of, that's the point of the question.
House money right now, right?
that's-
Monopoly
no, but
money.
it-
We can just judge it from the trailer.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't-
based
I
off the
can't-
trailer.
Just based off the trailer, if everything clicks.
If everything clicks the way that the trailer, if it actually delivers, then yes.
'Cause look at Logan.
Because it looks like.
Logan's first trailer was
I
awesome.
can't judge it off a 2-minute trailer. Is it going to get nominated? I don't know. It's a 2-minute trailer.
That's why it's like one of those gun to your head questions, man.
Yeah.
It's just like a fun thing
Man,
to
after
play.
that
It
one,
goes-
I'm not playing that.
I'll
I don't
play
like
with you,
it.
Roxy. I think yes, because I've seen it, the precedent.
I don't like
Logan,
it.
the trailer was fantastic. That movie comes out as great. I'm just going off trailers here.
Yeah,
But you-
this
and
is all
Joaquin
you have to go
Phoenix,
off of.
But you didn't see
can
it.
act.
I couldn't. You asked me about Logan after seeing the trailer of Logan before seeing the movie. I said it's possible.
So you would have said yes or no, and then if you were right or wrong, it wouldn't have mattered at all because nothing's on the line here.
No,
We're just-
still not doing it.
I'm going
You're
off
like-
of Dark Knight as well. Dark Knight,
Yeah.
caused
I
the
love-
Academy to
Yeah,
put
not
10
doing it.
nominees. So
I love
Josh?
hypothetical questions. Okay, Roxy
can't do
hosts a
this.
show, called it whatever. I love asking anybody that wants to answer. When somebody goes, no, I'm not going to do it. Fuck off! It's a yes or no question.
I don't know. I haven't seen the
know
movie.
you
Hey
don't
Christian,
know. I know you don't
hey,
know.
hey Christian, I'm gonna have you sacrifice one of your children to answer this question. Oh yeah,
It's like,
no,
all right. Look, so
I think
we know
it's-
Smart Scorsese's gonna be directing a movie in 2 or 3 years from now, right? You haven't seen the trailer. Is it possible? Is it gonna get nominated for an
did
Oscar?
see the trailer.
Could be.
You
No,
just saw it.
Scorsese.
No,
is
no,
great.
not as Martin Scorsese. It's Todd Phillips. But Martin Scorsese's coming up with a movie in like 2 years from now.
Okay.
Is it gonna get nominated?
Yeah.
Probably.
it's Martin Scorsese,
silly
probably.
thing.
It's a guess.
But this is more fun because just based off this trailer, how we're gushing about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not playing.
I'm not-
If this was a spin-off and it was Jared Leto and this was another DC connected to After
Yeah.
Suicide Squad,
If it delivers, if
But
it's a great movie, then yeah,
this
of
is
course, it's got
Joaquin
a shot.
Phoenix. I
got a
could see
shot.
him getting a
Let me ask you a
nomination.
question. Because
so good.
the 3 people that have most recently played the Joker,
Yeah.
okay, you have Heath Ledger,
Leto.
Jared Leto, and Joaquin Phoenix, all crazy method
Yes.
actors. Is that one of these things of like let's put these people in a bin and these are the only people that could play Joker kind of a situation? So let's put those. You have one other like method actor in Hollywood right now. Who do you think could play a Joker?
And all the method actors that we have,
Like the like
I
kind
mean,
of
well, Daniel
crazy.
Day-Lewis ain't
Daniel
gonna do it.
Day-Lewis.
No,
He's not
yeah.
gonna do it. I mean,
No,
I get an
he's
older
not, but
version
he'd
of
be
it.
great.
Who are the method? I guess because I don't know who all the method actors are.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I mean, then maybe that's a stupid question. But I'm thinking out loud here because each Joker has been one version of a person that's well known to be a
You gotta
method
get him to
actor.
dive in, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get him to dive in.
You think it's one of those characters too that obviously we know from Heath Ledger and it's a very sad story, but he said it was so hard to come back from that
Yeah,
character.
but this is the
But
thing
Michael
when
Jai
we
White
had,
said
yeah.
that wasn't the case.
And also, Michael Jai White said that he was in between takes joking around with them and was not being method.
Right.
So I don't know.
I don't know. That's a great. By the way, if you haven't checked that out, the Michael Jai White clips on the podcast channel or even on the full interview on the episode, he dove in a lot. He was so like raw and unfiltered. I
really liked him.
loved that dude, man. He was just straight up let's just how he talked about Nolan and the Tyson stuff. I mean, it was great. But that's why I'm also excited here to talk to Jai Courtney in a little bit.
A lot of Jais.
So we're Jai and
You know,
left
Jai
and
out.
right.
So we're going to
5
talk to him
Jais.
because he's coming in.
Burgers and fries.
He's coming in to talk about his film Storm Boy, which opens up on April 5th, and we'll talk to him about that. We'll definitely throw in a couple of the Suicide Squad questions in there for him for sure. Get his thoughts on some things. Too. I wonder if he's watched the trailer too. I'd be curious to ask him what he thinks of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker.
Or if he thinks that it's going to win an Oscar or not.
You ask-
Hypothetically.
You should ask him a
You should
hypothetical
ask him
on
that question and see how he answers it. I was like, how can you guess that?
But
If you haven't
it's
seen the
different
movie.
me asking the guests and me. We co-host a show together.
We do?
It was just a question. Like, hey, you think it's gonna win an Oscar?
I don't know.
Can't,
I said I got to see the movie.
Hey Christian,
I still saw it.
if you see the trailer for Star Wars,
Yeah.
and
Is it going to win an Oscar? Don't know. I got to see the movie. Is it possible? Sure, it's possible.
Sure.
I got to see the movie.
I didn't even say win. I just said
Don't
nominated.
get nominated. And I said if the movie's good, yeah. Okay. It's pretty. Exactly.